Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and checking out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right in my living room with my boy on my shoulder, doing what I do for you in the wee hours of the morning. You know how I do it. Today, hope you enjoy this one. Here I come. I'm loaded. I'm coming to get the Greeks. But before we get there, let me get this party started because I'm about to have some fun. All right, rather than 25 years live by storytelling, story with a message. There's the message in this story. Trust me, I hope you like it. Let's go. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and hopefully motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, knowing yourself. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment. Getting to know yourself. We all should do that because there's a question we all have to ask ourselves. This is it. Do you know you? Know thyself was left to us by our ancients. Listen, a person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not but knows that they know not is simple. I can teach you. Tune in. That's why I do what I do for you. A person who knows not and believe that they know dangers, avoid them. I do. A person who knows but don't know that they know not that they know, is asleep. I can wake you up. Spiritual alarm clock. I'm just doing my job. Let's go. A person who knows and knows that they know, wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself, and to Maya, be true. It's all about the balance, but it's all about having knowledge and understanding information that's factual, not substantial or superstitial, biblical. I ain't going there, but this time we're going to talk about my favorite people. Right thinkers, let's talk about the Greeks, a.k.a. Paleface, a.k.a. powers that be. You know who they are. Let's go. Now, when I was taught thinking from college, University of Tampa, back in my day, my major was Greek mythology. I learned all the Greek stories. They were so fascinating. I was so enthralled because I thought they were the thinkingest people, or they were so smart, put the stories together, to put the message in the story. I still teach that concept to this day. Why? I learned it from them. No problem. Respectfully understanding. It serves a purpose. Now, I learned the Greek philosophy, the mysteries, and the mythology, all the stories, okay? I studied for over 10 years. From the time I was 17 to the time almost 30 years old, I was a Greek philosopher. You couldn't tell me nothing. I would argue you to the ground with facts and concepts, understanding. Back then, they gave me the idea, the ability to think. Remember this guy, the thinker? Yeah, all that good stuff. As a man thinker, so yes. Yeah, I studied everything about the Greeks early in life. I know them well. And that the time that I was studying for 10 years, that I got an inclination that they studied out of Egypt. That's another story. But watch this. I held great respect for the Greek philosophers until I went to a lecture from Dr. Joseph Ben Yakinen. Changed my life. Enlightened me to my people and not the Greeks. So here we go. I was never told who gave them their philosophical concepts and points of view. I didn't ask. I just, they was the Greeks. I didn't know about Africa, didn't know about Egypt, none of that. Ignorant, again, just ignorant, which is fine. I went to see Dr. Ben in person. And man, oh man, if you're talking about getting educated about your people, wow, yeah, I'm getting misty because it changed everything. The game changed. Here we go. They changed the names. They didn't create nothing or nobody. Watch this. All the Greek gods are, it's uncanny how they match us God for God. They even renamed our gods, and we follow their names to this day. I'm making my point. Watch this. Now, let's go. Zeus is their version of Amun. Amun, okay, the hidden one. They learned that from us. They came and put their spin on it. Now Zeus carried the lightning bolt. He in charge. Okay, that's fine. Okay, but then I hear from some nonsense about Zeus and Ra had a fight. No, because Zeus is the imitation of Ra, and they both two different contents. Ra is the sun. Zeus is a human being throwing lightning bolts. So no, concept don't work, but that was being told. Here you go. Then you got Helios. Okay, I don't know if you know about him, but he's the version of Ra, the sun god. Yeah, okay. Then you got Hephaestus. He was the craftsman. Okay, he was a smart one. He their version of Ptah, the self-created one, the craftsman. I got a bunch of these. Hope you're ready because I've got a whole list of what they did and how they did it. My great thinkers, this is going to be a class coming up, so hope you listen and pay attention. Here you go. Then you got Rhea, which is their version of Nut, the sky goddess, the starry-decked heaven, the lady with what swallows the sun and gives birth to him in the morning. That's Nut. They call it Rhea. Okay. They were educated by the Egyptians, but they never led on to who they were educated by for the people who they educated. They didn't say we went down to Egypt, studied for 40 years, and came back. They didn't tell you that. But some of the writers told you that. I didn't know that till later on. But yeah, they never mentioned where they got their knowledge. Pythagorean math, he didn't create nothing. You got Euclid, the math, I got it. He didn't discover all these, the mathematics, the astrology, the myth, all that came out of Egypt. I know that now, so I've got to let people know. I was big on the Greek mythology. I was big on the Greeks, but now I found out that they haven't changed a bit. I'll let that stay there. All right, then you got Cronus, okay? He's their version of Gaia, the earth god. See? Now you got Athena, okay? She's their version of Net. A lot of people know about Net, but she's the original male-female warrior, the warrior goddess. Okay, we know that's your girl, Athena. Hercules, well, Mr. Strongman, Mr. 12, okay, he's the version of Khonsu, or as we call him, okay, Hereshef, another god out of Egypt, a ram-headed god who the concept was he's the god of the moon god. Okay, Khonsu, the son of Mut and Amun. So these ain't gods, they just recent facsimiles of our, sorry about that, mythological gods. But remember, see, the Greeks tell you these are mythological gods. The Egyptians told you we give you mythological concepts. Only the biblical people don't get the concept that is astrological, analogical, and astrological, mythological book of stories that make a purpose. It gives you reason. Put a message in there. It's a coded exoteric and esoteric book. They got people who study, which is the preachers and pastors and ministers. They know the esoteric meaning of the Bible. This is why they teach it. I'm sorry. I know things. I'm just trying to get a little off course. Let me get back. Now we did Hercules. Then you got Ares or Typhoon. He's their version of Set, the ego god. Typhoon, the one is in the earth with the trident. Yeah, these all mimic our gods. Osiris or Hades. That's Asar. That's this first god, man, spirit. They got him in hell. And what do Asar run? Asar, he runs the afterlife, aka they call it hell. See where I'm going with this? I hope you understand that. But this is just, I had to get this one out. I did it before. I had to bring it back. Because if you think the Greeks were such great people, such smart people, what do you think about the Egyptians? I'm just saying. They took credit from the Egyptians for everything except they can't claim to be what? Ancient. They're not that old. So where'd you get your funk from, so to speak? Where'd you get your knowledge from? Egypt. I got my funk from George. See, you should let it be known where you got it from. Dr. Ben, Ashwa Quasi, Muta Ashby, And I got a bunch of mentors and teachers who I got my knowledge and information from. I'm not saying to do that or tell that why. That's where it came from. They just did their job. I'm doing mine. Somebody will say, I got it from Mark, I got it from P-Funk, whatever. But it's passed down information that you can use. Why? Because it's truth. I'm just passing it down. We'll get back to the lesson. Ooh, I'm running long today. It's going to be a little while. And I'm not going to rush this one. I'm just saying. Hope you get it. They took credit from the Egyptians. Isis, we still call Aset Isis. The Greeks call it Demeter, or whatever it is their version of Aset, the goddess of intuition, wisdom, and magic. Demeter shared 6 months above Earth and 6 months in Hades. That's the power she had. Okay, I ain't bigging the Greeks up. I'm just letting you know where their gods and goddesses come from. It's really all about us. You got Hathor, Aphrodite, the prettiest, Hathor, the goddess, okay, the cow goddess. Hathor, they called her the cow goddess. Why? She's a sycamore tree lady. She's the birth giver. She gives life. The cow, the suckling. These are all lessons. I hope you get these concepts. But all the Greek gods and goddesses. And here, my favorite, Anubis, my dude. Okay, he's their version. They call him Anubis. We even call him Anubis. Most people know him as Anubis, but it's really Anpu, Apuat, the god of discernment, the god of embalming, the one Esau's son from Nephthys, conceptually, because when you put mortality with the spirit, you get discernment. It's another lesson. I'm sorry about that. I just look excited. I gotta calm it down. But yeah, they call him Anubis, but we know him as Anpu, but most of us know him as Anubis. That's why. Classic. Horus, or Apollo, is their version of Heru, the sky god, the falcon-headed god, okay, the son of the sun. But he's the spirit that's in all of us. He's the original Christ. Christos. The Greeks took that too and called him that. We called him Heru, they called him Horus, okay? But they got one they call Apollo. Again, they name ours, spin off ours, and they get credit for both of them. I'm just saying. Greek philosophy, no. I'm being nice. Just Egyptian mystery system warmed over and gave back to us like they did everything else. Take it, repackage it, and feed it back to you. All right, let me wrap this up. Appreciate you. Then my favorite, you got Thought, or Hermes Trismegistus, thrice great, 3 times great, is their version of yours truly, Tahuti. Okay, it just go on and on. We still know him as Thought. We still know it. They name him I Got Thoughts. Okay, what you got here? Asteria, or Thymus. Okay, she's the time lady. That's Maya, the goddess of balance and righteousness. They steal everything. Apis is the bull. Okay, Happy is the bull, Metaphor, god of the Nile. They took them all. Serapis, okay, he's your original Christ that they from the Greeks. He's the guy with the beard. They took the Serapis bull, the Apis bull, and put them together with a saw and called it Serapis. Okay, and he their version of a saw or Happy, the bull of Ptah, Sokar, which is Osiris in the underworld with the falcon head. These are all god and goddesses and mythological stories that they took straight out of Egypt, repackaged it, and just gave it back to the world, and we know them all. The last one, and this is the end all be all. I'm wrapping up on this one. Asclepius, the father of medicine, is their version of the first multi-genius Imhotep, a real human being who lived, not a myth. The first builder of the pyramids, the Saqqara pyramid. He is the builder, Doge's vizier. He's a multi-genius. He was good at every endeavor that he indulged in life. He mastered every area of his life. Why? He knew himself. We should do the same thing. I'll be back.